I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
เดี๋ยวนะทำไมหน้าจอเกมไม่ขึ้นทำไมจอเกมไม่ขึ้นอ่ะโอเคมาละสวัสดีทุกคนด้วยนะครับสวัสดีนะฮะ
I smell rabbit.
I smell rabbit เดี๋ยวต้องทำกิจกรรมนี้มันดูหน่วงนี่ชั้นล่างชั้นบนวะน่าจะล่างเอ๊ะข้างบนเหรอ เดินช้าจังเอ๊ะทำไมค้างไปแล้วล่ะ สวัสดีครับคุณแม่นมันอากาศมันหนาวเนาะแต่ว่ามันนอนสบายค้างไปแล้วอะแรงมากค้างจริงปะแค่ว้าไปทำเควสเองนะอะไรวะว้ามาทำเควสเองตุยเลยสักครู่นะฮะทุกคนเดี๋ยวนะผมย้ายนี้ก่อนถ้าบอกว่าให้รอโปรแกรมตอบสนองโปรแกรมจะรอปะไม่ตอบสนองอะ ฉันเริ่มใหม่ก็ได้จ้าสวัสดีทุกคนด้วยนะคะตะกี้เกิดอุบิเหตุนิดหน่อยก็คือกดวาร์ปเสาไอ้นี่มันก็ค้างไปเลยอะหรือว่านี่มันคือพลังของคุณแว่นหยุดเวลาพลังของการหยุดเวลาพลังช่างไร้กาจซะเหลือเกิน ดี๋ยวผมทำเควสประจำวันเสร็จเดี๋ยวผมจะเริ่มทำเควสที่เป็นเควสตัวละครละมาตะหนูเลเซอร์
Think you can get away?
Hmm. เสาผมก็ยังเปิดไม่ครบนะนี่ไง Under the sea มันเป็นแอเรียลถ้าเธอลองมองข่าวของพวกนี้ เดี๋ยวนะไปไหนนะลงน้ำหรอผมว่าผมปรับกราฟิกให้ต่ำลงดีกว่าถ้างั้นต้องปรับเป็นต่ำสุดอ๋อบางอย่างต้องรีสตาร์ทใช่ไหมถึงมันจะไอ้นี่ไม่เป็นไรอันไหนไม่รีก็ไม่ต้องช่างก็ยังสวยอยู่นะโอ้ตัวอะไรอ่ะUnder the sea ไปเป็น Ariel Why เอ้ยโอเคเมื่อกี้เหมือนมีเสาอยู่แถวนี้ก็เปิดเสาก่อนไหนเสาข้างบนนะแอเรียลประจนภัยอันนี้ค่อยทำเคสมันยาวเกินไปที่ไหนต่อตรงนี้เหรอว้ายไม่ได้เปิดเสาเลยอ่ะฮะเดินขึ้นไปโอ๊ยต้องช่วยใช่ไหม
Adventure time.
เควสย่อยมันเยอะมากเลยนะเฮ้ยน่ารักจังเลยอ่ะอ๋อเป็นเควสนี่เควสย่อยเมืองน้ำอะไอเควสที่เป็นสีฟ้า ขึ้นแทบทุกจุดสวัสดีเจ้าเบสแมวกล่องมาซื้อของก่อนได้
Let's play. Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Keep that!
อยากได้น้องไปไว้ในการน้ำชาจังเลยอ่ะตัวเนี้ยมันน่ารักดีอ่ะมันดูแปลกตากว่าที่แบบอยู่ในเมืองถ้าเป็นในเมืองก็จะเป็นชุดแบบชุดทางการใช่ไหมเขาบอกให้เราไปที่หมู่บ้านก่อนแต่เราจะไม่ไปเห็นไหมเควสมันจะเปิดเยอะมากเลยอ่ะไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวค่อยไปเราไปทำเควสประจำวันก่อนตอนนี้มีที่เปิดเรือเหรออ๋อต้องข้ามอันนี้
Let's play.
เอ้า สวัสดีครับ
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
ตรงนี้มีของ
Stabilize.
โอ้ยหลบดีแล้ววะ
Order guide you.
Brace yourselves.
เอาขึ้นต้นไม้อีก โอ้ยเสียเชิงเลย
Think you can get away?
สวัสดีครับคุณแจ๊ค
Why do they never miss? Everybody stand back. Huh?
I will have order. Gather.
มาให้คุณแจ็ค หายคิดถึงนะ
Let's light it up.
These things useful?
หายคิดถึงผมยังล่ะคุณแจ็คอะนะผมไม่หายคิดถึงละอันนี้คืออะไรวิ น่าเสร็จหมดแล้วล่ะเอ้าผมมาร์คทำไมล่ะหมุนเหรอ ไลฟ์หมุนเหรอ ทุกคนแกล้งผมปะเนี่ย
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for
ช่วงนี้ผวากับเรื่องเนี่ยจริงมาตั้งแต่ผมเล่นมาผมยังไม่เคยเติม Battle Pass ของ Genshin เลยผมรู้สึกว่าผมรับของใครมาก่อนวะของพี่นิวเหรอกุหลาบเอาไปนี้ก่อนแล้วกันงงไปหมดเควสเยอะเกินสวัสดีทุกคนเลยนะคะผมขอต้อนรับเข้าสู่วันอาทิตย์อันสดใสหรือเปล่าสดแล้วก็ใสกันไหม
Wait, did I hear that right? Miss.
That's right.
Oh, but why? Technically speaking,
Why?
cases like this are better left to the guards. Neverlet, Sabine, hey there. What are you two talking about? Ugh, Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. This is completely
ผมจะสปีดรัน
unprecedented.
นะทุกคน
How can we have the UDEX acting like a private detective? Huh?
คุณคิดจะเปลี่ยนอาชีพ
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no... Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you...
A Melusine...
And
That is all the information...
Huh? I have
คุณ
no
ว่านเป็น
idea
ไงบ้าง
why
ฮะ
you're so hung up over this. I've
สบายดี
checked
ไหม
the schedule
วัน
in
คุณว่านก็
advance
มา
and it seems like...
Thank you for...
Then I shall read. Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate.
I cannot tell you just... There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in it.
Come on, stop being...
It is not my intention. Long story short, there were few people I could trust. But I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine.
They must have been a...
Indeed. The reforms, damn it. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life. And all Melusine... I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share it. Some of them, I have nothing. It has already happened.
There's the guards.
Based on prior... the political system. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine...
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine?
I understand where you are coming from. But there is not necessarily a You know very well about my true identity. Even though I was born taking on the role of... I have lived in Fontaine for a long time.
แรกๆมีคนเอาไปอะไรนะตั้ง
Team
มี
up
มเป็น
and
ตัว
round
หน้า
up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
Let us go.
Let's go
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine.
New
but
Village
is that
New
really
Village
true?
จะบอกว่าตัวเอง
Paimon feels like
พี่นิว โอเค บทพี่นิว
Paimon's been thinking. The collectors.
เดี๋ยวขอดูเควสกันนะ เควสตำนานมี2เควสตอนนี้คือ กุหลาบเนี่ยน่าจะเป็นของเอ๊ะอันนี้มีวันหมด แสดงว่าเป็นกิจกรรมเหรอ อันนี้จะเป็นกิจกรรม เควสโลกก็น่าจะเป็นเควสที่เราไปรับมาตามทาง นี่คืออะไร เควสการ์ดยูกิเหรอ ส่วนอันนี้ยังไม่ได้ทำเลยเพราะว่าดาเมจไม่พอตอนนั้น
But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. As a dragon out of water.
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Hmm. ดูหมาเดี๋ยวหมาเลิศอ่ะ
The weather's amazing to...
Kiara.
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh,
วินามาชีรถมาก
You're the traveler and...
เอาจริงว่าเมืองน้ำเป็นเมืองที่แบบ
Hey there!
ตัวละครหรือ NPC อย่างเงี้ยถูกจริตมากเลย
Thanks for the compliment.
I heard from Sidine that you received a threat.
A threatening letter. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was... But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger.
Have you run into any suspicious...
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as... Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't know.
Do you still have the letter with you?
Oh, let's see.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, a simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the... We can't rule out that... Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, Kiara, you should...
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to...
But you are being watched right now. Going off...
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and Nick with us around anyone scheming. Thank you, Traveler. Fix this, Paimon.
All right, let us go.
We'll take you to a lost place. So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. How would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
ใครแอบถ่ายรูปอ่ะ
Strange. Hey,
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the...
I thought so. What brings you? All right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
ได้เลยคุณแจ๊ค
May I begin?
Of course.
ตัวซักผ้าสนุกนะ โอ้ยคุณแจ๊คจะซักผ้า 2 วันเหรอ
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us melt things like...
วันนี้ผมอยู่ถึงน่าจะเย็นแหละ
Of course.
Please wait a moment.
Seems like...
เพราะว่า
Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh. Let's sneak over.
เควสมันก็นานอยู่นะเกนชินน่ะแต่ละเควสที่เป็นเควสระดับตำนานแต่ละตัวต่ำๆชั่วโมงมีประมาณ3เควสก็3ชั่วโมงหรือเปล่าในที่ทำอะไรตามหาบุคคลน่าสงสัยเจอแล้วเมื่อกี้อยู่ในพุ่มต้นไม้แถวนี้แหละหรือเปล่าอ๋อเขาอยู่ในนั้นแล้วไหนใครน่าสงสัยเจอแล้ว
Strange. Why isn't he back here?
Gotcha.
ยีเจ้คนนี้นี่เองนักข่าว
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter.
Threat letter?
What threat letter?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation.
You want to interview him?
ใช่เควสหลักเกนชินคือนานมากแล้วเควสที่เป็นเควสระดับตำนานที่มันเป็นเนื้อเรื่องย่อยของตัวละครนั่นเองก็นานไปอีกขั้นต่ำชั่วโมงกว่า
It seemed like you were we're investigating some, of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript.
จะถามว่าเราก็เล่นไหมเล่น
I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll. In exchange, could you tell me?
All right then.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little melusine.
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our reader. I'll ask my colleagues about it. But I gotta warn.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Nervalet's each and every move. Anyway, I'll get.
แต่ผมยังไม่มีน้องตัวนี้เลยนะ ที่เป็นถ่ายรูป
That was a nice chat.
ผมสุ่มไม่ได้ เอาจริงปะเกนชินผมรู้สึกว่าเกมเนี้ย 4 ดาวออกยากกว่า5 ดาวอีก การที่จะให้4 ดาวตรง
What do you
ตรงที่แบบ
think? The
ตรง
design
ตัว
looks
ที่เราอยาก
pretty
ได้จ
good,
ริง
huh?
อะ
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very.
Haran, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nervalet, technically speaking, he and I are under it. I happen to have some time at.
Nervalet, sure.
Leave this to me. You should.
Okay then, we'll leave here.
เนี่ยผมอยากได้อาวุธเนี่ยอันใหม่ให้นี่มากเลยเนี่ยทุกคนคือมันเลิศ แต่มันยังสุ่มไม่ได้อ่ะ ถ้าเลเซอร์ถือมันจะสวยมากเลย เลเซอร์ชอบดาบใหญ่ ผมให้เลเซอร์ทั้งหมดเลย
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Haran. She offered to help us protect.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities.
We thought so too. Well,
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara.
ใช่ ถือขวานไล่หัว
I've come up with 2 plans. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests.
เลเซอร์สล่ากระต่าย
pretty solid.
Don't worry. I'm a.
ก็ถือขวานไล่ไปเล
Thank
ย
you. I will continue looking through the.
เนี่ยถ้าสมมติว่าดาบได้ดาบขวานใช่ไหมให้เลเซอร์เสร็จ ดาบหินเราไปให้อิโตะอ๋อด้วยเอกสารใช่ไหมเอกสารเกี่ยวกับพี่วิโรจน์เมื่อกี้อะไรนะอ่านไม่ได้แล้วเหรอเมรูซีคุณแว่นเมนตัวอะไรเอ่ยถ้าให้ดาวจะต้องเป็นไรเดนหรือเปล่าหรือว่าอายากะ
Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there are so many documents lying around. Just how many
ตัว
cases
ที่
have
อยู่
you
ใน
handled?
ธาตุลม
I would love to answer that question, but the truth
เวนติ
is,
เหรอ
if memory serves me right,
ธาตุลม
there
มีอะไร
should be at least.
Whoa, that's
สกาลามุด
what?
That might be how it seems from a. There are many doc.
You read
สุโคต
mine.
All right.
ไล่
Let's take a
ไล่
break.
หมดแล้วนะ หรือว่าจริงๆแล้วคือทาวเวลเลอร์ธาตุลมธาตุลมมีอะไรอีกอะเวนติคัตสึห้าอยากให้เวนติเขามีสกินเทพเนาะ
Even though resting as a part, all the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Memmonia for matters outside of work. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be...
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes to drink. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery.
Do you look...
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
น้
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all...
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement. I believe you've already tried Fanta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in said water is sourced from all up here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Upon. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel,
ำซิโดเรจะอบ
the
อุ่น
waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. Distinct
น้ำมีความ
differences
แตกต่าง
exist
กันนะ
between
ทุ
the
กคน
waters of each.
Really? Let Paimon
อ๋อฟิลแบบไอ้นี่ป่ะ น้ำดื่มแถวบ้านเราอะไรเงี้ย น้ำธรรมดากับน้ำแร่
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to...
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon... Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the... Sorry. Paimon was just curious.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers.
Questions? Are there really things...
Many, in fact. But the one question that, in essence, I neither know why I was born in... For a long time, my memory was rather... Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations.
True.
I have been holding on to these... But there is one thing I've discovered along... My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between
Have you made any progress?
Perhaps, but I thought that's why I'm quite thankful for...
Are we gonna continue reading the...
I wasn't able to find any...
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucinas. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by...
Why did...
Perhaps we should go.
กระแสความทรงจำที่สุดไปที่สระน้ำพุโอเคที่นี่ สระน้ำพุ
Monsieur Neuvillette? I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's...
Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need...
A safe distance? Never let...
ว้าว
Oh, it's glowing!
มันช่างจ้าซะเหลือเกิน ขณะที่สมพุทธสว่างคุณรู้สึกเวียนหัวขึ้นมา เวียนหัวเพราะแสงนี่แหละ แล้วไงต่อเป็นภาพในอดีตวิ่งไม่ได้ด้วยนะเดินได้แค่นั้นแหละโทรศัพท์จะระเบิดเลยแหละเกมเกินถ้าโทรศัพท์ผมจะเล่นแค่เกมเดียวคือ RV กับ2 เกมสิ RV กับโปเกมอน Go ใช่แต่ถ้า iPad ผมจะโหลดเกมชินไว้กับ Cookie Run Kingdom
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
แต่เกมชินใน iPad นานๆจะเข้าทีบางทีเข้าไปก็แค่ดูกิจกรรมหรือทำประจำวันเพราะให้เล่นจริงๆเล่นไม่ไหวอ่ะมันไม่ถนัดมือเราถนัดเล่นในคอมมากกว่า
Many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a different identities and ways of thinking strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into the system.
Oh, I see. I'm confident that we'll fight.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble...
Huh? Is he the person I met in the past?
Yes. Do you have any...
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of...
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh. Hello. I'm Carol. A Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters.
สักหมัดไหมอีเจ้
Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilat allowed them into the court of Bonthian just like that.
เจอกันสักหมัดเจ้อยู่ไหนยังอยู่ไหมยังมีชีวิตอยู่ไหม
granted them official positions. Not only that, but
ไอ้หนุ่มนี่ด้วยเดี๋ยวโดน
investigating cases as
Go away.
มาว่าร้ายน้องเหร
Acting
อ
innocent.
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mori Shosei Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never...
Solving cases? With Nervilat in cahoots with you. You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in anything that...
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Votre?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Shosei Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern.
Even the captain of a security patrol is on their side.
How can two completely different species possibly
เดี๋ยว
coexist?
เจอกันอีเจม็อบเนี่ยอีเจบ๊อบสั้นเทนเนี่ย
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand.
There. There have been rumors saying that you were born from collab. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I still want to try a little harder. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time.
Give them to me.
You're not...
We'll hand them out together.
พ่อหนุ่มนี่ทำดี
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just...
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the...
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. Please be on your guard.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned...
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it...
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too! Peaceful coexistence? What a joke! Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling... They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her.
พวกนี้นี่เองพอหมดอำนาจ
Incited panic. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth?
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens.
That is indeed...
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict...
Restrict access?
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little... She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing that from the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others.
เหมาะกับเมืองเจ้าน้ำตา
I tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront. Can you understand how I feel? Right?
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. I will take responsibility for everything.
you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. I'm thinking...
We should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervilet's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervilet's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep... Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervilet's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Nervilet will...
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right! This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. Therefore, you will be
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Nervillet, please give this a little more thought.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Miss... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse...
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Nếu เรื่องเศร้าเกิน อันนี้ของพี่นิวนะ เดี๋ยวเจอของฟูลิเน่อีกอันหนึ่ง
Hey, stop missing out! What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself due to my negligence. The overflow of
Wow. Anyways, the last time...
It is as you said, it is not only the fountain.
That sounds...
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Which once? It's fine. It was a coincidence. You should now understand.
Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating, I did not sense. I don't know. However,
Oh, didn't we...
you've read about it. In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? Navia, nice to see...
I've heard some
Now
things.
we're...
Rumors are abroad that someone
เจ้ปืน
escaped,
ให
so
ญ่
I told this...
Thank you.
นาเวียก็
Where
โห
did
ด
you
มา
hear?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. He talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret.
So that's what shut...
Indeed. I did not.
Anyway,
The suspects who threatened. We are planning to return to the Palais Marmonia to revisit.
all right, and I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be a...
I have already considered that possibility. What is more important is I hope the same won't happen again.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the... Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melazine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it. Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The god think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can
everyone please stay alert to your surroundings?
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that. Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about. Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too. All right.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your...
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years.
That's more like it. We should stand...
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh! Look! Isn't that Nervilette?
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So... wanna...
No, I should stay where I am. Let us stick to our...
ว่าไงจะเบไปซื้ออะไรมาอยู่นานไหมวันนี้ต้องบอกว่านานโคตร เพราะว่าไล่เควสอยู่อะตอนนี้น่าจะเป็นเควสพี่นิวใช่เควสพี่นิวเสร็จก็ต้องเป็นเควสของพี่นิวต่ออีกเหรอพี่นิวมี2เควสเหรออ๋อรับอยู่แล้วก็ฟูริเน่ต่อแล้วก็นาเวียต่อคิดว่าจะเล่นให้จบอะถ้าไม่จบก็ขอให้ฟูริเน่จบแล้วเหลือนาเวียไว้เอกสารที่เราใส่เอกสารไหนวะนี่เหรอก็หาเอกสารที่น่าสงสัยนักโทษวิโรจน์นั่งเลยจบอ๋ออันนี้เหรอ
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the list of involved suspects should be...
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inika, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have those with close connections or mutual. Among them, surveillance of Essan has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
ไม่ใช่ว่าออนเทอร์เอสเบต้าถูกกับแพ็กบากุระหรอแล้วถ้าแลกกับคุณกามันจะคุ้มไหมเนี่ยคุ้มดิมันจะไม่คุ้ม
It seems like he's closely related to
Monsieur Nervilette, someone claiming to be from the Spina Duris, he said, and I quote, we have located... Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? I too am perplexed.
The
ร้านกาแฟเหรอว่าไปได้เลยไหมอ่ะไหนคุ้มยังไงบอกสิคุ้มว่าฉันจะได้เล่นบากุระใหม่แกก็จะได้เล่นตัวใหม่ที่เป็น Ultra S แค่นั้นแหละจบแต่มันคือจบ สวัสดีค่ะคุณแอนเนื้อเรื่องมันเศร้ามากเลยเนาะ เขาเรียกว่าเนื้อเรื่องเมืองเจ้าน้ำตาใครที่อยู่เมืองนี้ก็คือเจ้าน้ำตาหมดทุกคนอ้าวโดนแค่ขอไปเจ้าน้ำตาเกิน นั่นแหละก็แค่754กับแผดปัน504เป็นไงล่ะเจ้าน้ำตาของแท้ปะล่ะเลเซอร์ฉันหักเลย
Exactly. Now, I heard they're...
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the...
I've wanted to have a meetup like
this for ages.
Something big, but... Oh, well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone...
Yes, that's me.
You're Essa?
Yes, Monsieur Nervilet.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico.
Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves.
You've done more than enough.
Leave the formalities for later. You should, if he really is the one setting up the conspiracy.
All right, then. Let's head to the fortress right now.
ไปหาพี่วิโรจน์กัน ใช่ฮะ754ก็คือ75 บาททำเควสปัจจุบันต่อชั้นไหนวะชั้นนี้ปะ8,504ก็ประมาณ850 บาทประมาณ50 บาทไทยนะ
Welcome to the fortress of Meropide, dear esteemed
Melovi.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you... Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and... I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to...
อะไรวะนั่นเดี๋ยวฉันเติม Enter S เล่นเอง เซมเท่ากัน
attempted to, I said, meaning that it was to be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that...
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think...
Did I hear someone say Melusine? What happened? Sijuin! Yeah, and we're investigating. The person really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarand is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything...
Head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Ridesley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here, thanks for the trouble.
Whoa! If Paimon were the Duke, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure, Monsieur. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring it. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times.
Domenico.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
ได้เลยเติมเผื่อด้วย850 บาท แล้วส่งมันมาให้ฉันซะเดี๋ยวนี้ชั้นนี้ปะวะอ๋ออีกชั้นนึงเหรออ้าวงงไปหมดชั้นไหนวะคลิปกันเอาจริงป่ะตอนเล่นเควสหลักปะวะเควสหลักแล้วก็เควสพี่วิโรจน์เควสหลักคืองงทางขึ้นมากตอนนั้นอะน่าจะอันนี้เดี๋ยวขึ้นเดี๋ยวลงเดี๋ยวขึ้นอะไรก็ไม่รู้งงหมดเลย
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Oh. Whee!
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Hamad's not that thirsty. Thirst is a warning sign. I'll bring you some. Typical C-Dream. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests look
familiar. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad.
ตาที่ติดไว้เหรอไหนส่งมาเด้
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
The Mutual Aid Network?
The Beret Society. Oh, you mean the group that was
Okay then, what does your network usually do?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago. We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to...
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not but people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
You two look kind. It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network design. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals from. The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, all of us.
อ๋อมันมาจากตาสันติภาพฉันเลยเธอไปได้ไงเนี่ย
Interested in joining the mutual? If you'd like to learn more, here's our.
สกิลว่าในความรู้ได้ทำอย่างเต็มที่อยากได้เกียรติชังการตัดสินที่ทำเราไม่ได้ว่าหมายพื้นฐานของสมาคมเกื้อกูลและสมาคมเกื้อกูลยังดีนะครับทุกคนเข้าร่วมเราไม่ได้ทำร้ายค่าธรรมเนียมและไม่มีการบังคับว่ากิจกรรมใดๆสามารถทำได้รวมถึงไม่จำกัดเพียงทางการอ่านออนไลน์สอนสั่งไม่ใช่สั่งสอนเรียนรู้หวังว่าสมาชิกสมาคมเกื้อกูลทุกคนจะสามารถเผชิญหน้ากับความผิดที่ตัวเองเคยก่อในอดีตในระหว่างที่อยู่ป้อมปราการนี้ได้แนะนำกันและก็สนับสนุนกันและกันยินดีรับสมาคมร่วมกัน
Our slogan may have evolved over this. Here, this book is for.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Nervalet.
Did you manage to gather any?
The people who wore the badges belong to an. According to them, the badges inspired by the Medal of Peace.
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautran.
Oh, so the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office.
All right. Let us talk.
เรื่องนี้มันมีเงื่อนงำให้ไปที่ห้องใช่ไหมให้ไปที่ห้องพี่วิโรจน์ก้าวไก่วิโอเคไม่มีอะไรเกิดขึ้น
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you if... Was it your idea to send that letter to... Hassan has already confessed.
Stop that idiot! I can't believe I...
Let me ask this another way. It was...
Yes.
Who is pulling your...
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the fortress of Meripede.
I admit I acted on impulse.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a check. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of... But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the forces of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards, but the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force it to resign.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal...
Yes. And that's...
Sijuin, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him.
Domenico.
So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction.
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any...
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't...
That's right! I saw lots of people standing...
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. People no longer have any reservations about you, and even right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've graduated.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Dominique.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. It is unnecessary to hold me in such...
There's no need to be so modest. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you...
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? why not?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works. While some are here to redeem themselves, the less time I spend here, the better.
In that case, I'll have to insist.
Please.
The first is about the guard who helped Domin.
And the guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memoria's staff.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your those from up there have a tendency to I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of...
The other thing was born from my own.
Yep. Neverland thought they're...
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took... I've looked into their founder. According to existing... In other words, how he...
What? During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared...
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Nervillet and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known, thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence. That's all from me. Does anyone else?
I don't have anything to say. Well then, let it...
Please, take care.
แต่แวดมีกฎเกณฑ์ของตัวเองอยู่เขาบอกมาอย่างเงี้ย
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials,
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust you. These changes were not due to any specific... I will try to contemplate this further.
It's raining! Oh no! Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble. How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette. The rainy season's almost over. The skies are supposed to clear in a few days.
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
สุดยอด
We found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep...
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own...
by the way, where's Kiara?
เนื้อเรื่องกินใจสุด
At the Palais Marmonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her.
ไปไหนมาเจ้าเบสเมื่อกี้เนื้อเรื่องกำลังพีคเลย
Well, now it looks like the duck to celebrate this trip. That's not how you celebrate.
I will... Of course. My schedule is full for the following
งั้นอยู่ใน
weeks,
วอล
but
เล็ตเท่าไหร่
I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
900 กว่าบาทเกือบพันแหละเนาะเพราะว่าต้องซื้อ2 อย่าง
Now, if you'll I hope it will assuage... ฉันเชื่อเพราะว่าเธอต้องซื้อหลายอย่างไงว่าเธอต้องซื้อบาคุระให้ฉันเธอก็ต้องซื้อแบบอันเธอเอสให้เธออีกKiara. It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we've...
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Pie.
Do you remember Domenico?
Let me think. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now.
Sure.
In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand. I can't remember what our dreams were anymore.
I can sense your joy.
Oh, I almost forgot. I promised to model for Ayla.
Of course. Off you...
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
เย้จบไปแล้วสำหรับเควสพี่นิวต่อไปเป็นเควสพอดีแหละมันไม่มาขายละ ต่อไปจะเป็นเควสของฟูริเน่ เดี๋ยวผมไปเอาน้ำดื่มสักครู่นะฮะทุกคน
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
มาระทุกคนอะไรอ่ะแรงมากนั้นเอาเลย AOAOXOA เอาหมดไงเควสต่อไปเป็นเควสของฟูรินเน่ทุกคนเตรียมทิชชู่ไว้ได้เลยใครที่ยังไม่ได้เล่นนะฮะ
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
ถ้าตัวเดียวก็ต้องเป็น X7 ปะ
It actually...
Don't worry about that.
To put it simply, but the troop has also been That's right. There are only a few...
Got it.
เอาบาคุระดีกว่าร่างดาร์กเน็ตอะ
What do you think, Traveler? Any
เท่ดิ
ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder.
It's the bad guy, huh?
Let's go.
เฮ้ยชุดเท่จังเลยชุดตำรวจเหรอ
Hello,
ชุดทหารสีแดง
are
เนี่ย
you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really?
มันไม่ถึง 50,000 อยู่แล้วนะ เพราะว่าร่างAOA OX X7 Darknet อะตอนเนี้ยเท่าที่ดูนะที่ดูตลาดราคามันอยู่ที่ 11,000-12,000 แรงสุดก็ 15,000 ไม่มีตัวไหนเกินไปถึง 50,000 หรือเกิน 20,000 เลย
Oh, I get one last. Nobody wants things to just. Yeah, the leading lake, the show just won't be the same.
ยกเว้นร่าง X อะ
But for everyone.
ร่างยกเว้นร่าง X ที่มันหาไม่ได้แล้วอะอันนั้นมีสิทธิ์ที่จะถึงเพราะว่าตัวอย่างนะคืออย่างเช่น
Please, there's no need to go that far.
ถ้าจะเอาร่าง X อย่างเช่นเขามีขายร่าง X ที่เป็นเบลเซบูมอนอย่างเงี้ย1เลยต้องเตรียมไอ้เครื่องปลดซึ่งไอ้เครื่องปลดราคาต้นๆน่ะอยู่ที่ประมาณ 8,000 กว่าแค่ราคาเครื่องปลดนะแล้วราคาล่างอ่ะอีกประมาณ 10,000 กว่าก็เกือบ 20,000 แหละจริงๆร่าง X อ่ะ
Sounds like someone famous. Her. You're.
No. Paima doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think, well, yes, but fair enough. I mean, I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably, of course. It all depends on whether she's.
No point in stressing about that. Besides, things are different now.
Thank you for your help. I get.
Wait, where does Farina actually live nowadays? She's.
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Ooh, when did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find for.
ธิดาแห่งสายน้ำเราต้องไปตามหาฟูริเน่จังเกินคุณพี่เกินคุณพี่เป็นสุลต่านเหรอ อ้าวเมื่อกี้ยังมืดอยู่เลยนี่ไงมาแล้ว
She lives. Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're
Okay, when did Poppy gonna sit there become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I
มักกะโรนี
had to
ที่บ้าน
grab
หม
a
ด
few
แล้
more
ว
bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food, but now, not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomatoes.
Oh, sounds
แร
like
ง
you're really
ว่ะ
struggling to cope.
How rude.
โคตรรวยเลย
Questioning my cooking skills. It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre fossilor or blubber profiteroles in no time. If
There it is. You don't know how to cook.
not yet, maybe, but anyway, what are you even doing here? Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this.
Sorry, we're sorry. Please don't be mad. Yeah, exactly. Hang on a sec. You weren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that.
Don't worry. It's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your.
ไม่มีทาง
just
หรอก
now.
แกจะมีก่อนฉันได้ไง
So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so? I see. I knew you couldn't have come home after all. I was once the brightest star in all, but given the present.
How come? It sounds like this is.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, but at least I can say that I no longer desire.
Paimon can understand.
พลังเงินตรา
This is just a one-off part to fill in for some.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships, since I'm just an ordinary person now. They'll probably true, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. Sorry.
It's all right, Farina. Paimon just wanted to make. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now.
Toodaloo.
ชูเนลูแปลว่าอะไรอ่ะนี่คือบ้านชีเหรอที่อยู่ใหม่กำลังทำเควสฟูลิเน่อยู่แกต้มเล้งอิมแพคจะไปเก็บไอ้นี่ไหมล่ะจะไปหาตัวละครอะไรนะเก็บที่อัพตัวละครไหมล่ะ เอามาเลย X7 ตัวหนึ่ง จะไปเก็บที่ตัวละครบอกแล้วกันจะได้เดี๋ยวไปหาด้วยกัน
What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides
ได้เหรอ
I'll ask you a.
You didn't need to.
And that gives you.
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believed. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else?
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't.
I see. Well, you see, our leading lady has just informed me.
Oh, right. Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We could.
Jeez, is Lady Farina really so harsh with?
Only joking. Calm down. So, despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were.
Look, this is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, so, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it?
Yes, I'm completely confident. I share every one of us thinks of this truth.
You're right. I'm.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
สูงสุดก็แอบมาดู
Hey, how did you? I was just passing by because I realized I've. All right, I'm coming.
เดี๋ยวนะ ใครเหมือนจะนะ
Farina? Didn't you?
I was just when you came to talk with me earlier, and all the. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take.
You real. I felt very. But in any case.
Yeah. When they said they were
อี
gonna.
ชั่ว บูลลี่เหรอ
Things like that, and no need to keep addressing me as. I was wondering if this troupe is so important to all of you. If the difficulties are purely financial, then everyone seems so devoted.
We all want to believe that everything's been going downhill ever since.
Her name was Aurelia.
เลวมาก
And she was the founder, as well as the.
What?
That's actually how I recognized.
She was a loyal fan of your. She rallied many people. People loved our performance.
And then.
Yeah. None of us know anything about script writing. It's agonizing.
Oh,
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides...
Yes, exactly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing...
Farina?
I know what you're
Farina.
thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set from it. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help.
Oh,
We unfortunately don't have any...
I don't need any something the law only... What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? An interesting answer. Take, for example, how...
Still up there? You just want to get back in on the act.
No. This is a completely different... Would you be willing to join me?
เดี๋ยวนะตะกี้อ่านไม่ทัน
Take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so
ตะกี้
much.
มีคำแปลก
Our director was a huge fan of Miss Farina's
ๆไม่ใช่ควาย
performances.
อะไรอ่ะ
As of course
เดี๋ยวนะ
we all are.
เดี๋ยวนะทุกคนผมขอย้อนแป๊บหนึ่ง
Follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little
เดี๋ยวทำไมเขา
small
แปลมา
for
แรงแบบนั้นน่ะตะเกียบแฟมอนบอกว่าฉันไม่ใช่ควายนะใช่ไหมแล้วเขาย้อนดูอีกรอบดิ
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
ฉันไม่ใช่ควายนะ ฉันไม่ใช่ควายเลยนะไฟมอดต่างหากอ๋อสีควายให้ไฟสีซอให้ควายฟัง จะบอกว่าสีควายให้ซอฟังงง มีคนอบูรจี้จ้า ไหนดูซิสาวออนยังยังไม่ออน
Osmanthus wine tastes the same
I
as I
meant this
remember.
why
But where are those who share the memory?
เอ๊ะปู่ยังไม่90หรอเป็นไปได้ไงอ๋อขาดหินกับขาดสแลมทุกตัวต้อง90ให้หมดนักเดินทางก็ยังไม่90หรอจริงปะนักเดินทางขาดอันนี้2 อัน อะไรอ่ะในวันที่คนเกาหลีไปกินหมูกระทะจะกลายเป็น ทุกคนมีคนอาบูรจี้ผมอ่ะอ๋ออันนี้เหลือเพิ่มเวลก็เพิ่มไปเลยสิอันนี้ก็80ขี้เกียจตีตัวนี้มากเลยอ่ะตัวที่มันต้องรอเป็นเฟดอ่ะโทมาตัวไฟก็น่ารำคาญพี่ติ๊กล่ะพี่ติ๊กเป็นนกอิโตะก็ยังไม่ได้อัพขาดด้วงเก็บนั่งเก็บด้วงชีอาเมโด อาเบโดดอกไม้น่าจะไม่พอขาดอีก105ไซโนก็ด้วงอันนี้น่าจะเหลือเฟือหรือเปล่าไม่รู้โกโรโกโรโกโรนี่ตัวอะไรวะอ๋ออันนี้ก็ด้วงอีกอ๋อตายอันนี้ตัวอะไรวะมันคือบอสอะไรอ่ะอ๋อบอสนี้เหรอ
And those that come across me tend to stay a while.
Where's my key?
Hydro ธาตุพืชไฮโปเทซิสธาตุพืชพื้นที่ทะเลทรายของซูเม
So it is where many things come to settle.
เดี๋ยวระหว่างรอชีเราจะพาเพื่อนไปเก็บอัพตัวละครระหว่างรอเราไปทำเควสต่อไปไหนต่อเข้าสู่สถานที่ฝึกซ้อมว้าว
Lady Farina?
What's Lady Farina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today,
ร่วมแสดงเทพธิดาแห่งสายน้ำในฐานะที่ปรึกษาคณะละคร
These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly... You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't...
Oh, please don't mention it. We just...
So, you were saying the little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transformed. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, but one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director... We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But... people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their... And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance.
Huh. Although, now that we have Miss Farina helping us...
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but...
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed.
Makes sense. Okay, priority, he went back to Poisson a few days ago. Said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
ว่าไงคุณแอน
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable. So allons-y. To Poisson.
ใช่ เนื้อเรื่องฟรีเนี่ยเพิ่งเริ่มซะด้วยนะเรื่องเขาเรียกว่าแขกรับเชิญพิเศษที่จะได้ไปแสดงมันชื่อเรื่องอะไรนะธิดาสายน้ำเมื่อกี้มันเพิ่งบอกชื่อเรื่องไปลืมไปแล้วแป๊บเดียวเองโอเคเราต้องลงข้างล่างเนาะสตาร์เลวจิ๊กเลือกใช้อันนั้นกระทะใช่น้องเรียกว่าเราแทนตัวเองว่าเราเอ๊ะผมไปทางไหนนะอ๋อลงข้างล่างใช่บ่ใช่บ่เดี๋ยวนะต้องเข้าโลก
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
Who it is?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just...
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay?
Okay then. Looking forward to your...
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to
ใช่ฮะผมเล่นเนื้อเรื่องของเมืองน้ำจบแล้วฮะอันนี้จะเป็นเสริมแล้วของ แต่ละตัว
I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll.
คือแบบ
Get over here,
เล่นจบก็คือแบบ Oh my gosh เขาเรียกว่า
How are
เมือง
things
แห่ง
in
คนเจ้า
Huizan
น้ำตา
now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may...
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And
ชื่อในเรื่องใหม่
if
อ่ะ
we're
การเต้น
trying to
ที่
make
เมา
a
มัน
new start, perhaps it's best
น้อง
if
ยัง
you
รู้สึก
don't
ผิดอยู่
bring
ต้องให้
up
เว
the
ลา
past
น้องหน่อย
all
แต่
the
ว่า
time.
น้องไม่ออกมา
Thank you for your words of comfort. But for now, at
เราก็เลยไม่
least,
มีเวลาให้น้อง
I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience, which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not to avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an act. It's not a perfect solution.
อยากให้เรือพี่วิโรจน์ออกเย
You
อะกว่า
won't
นี้
have
หน่
to
อย
lie low while you're here.
มันดูเท่ดีอะแต่ออกมาแป๊บเดียวเองแล้วก็จบเลยปึ๊บตัดจบ
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate
เรือไททานิค
president
พี่
of
อะ
Spina di Rosula, after all. Like my... Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
อยากขึ้นเรือใช่ไหมผมก็อยากขึ้นเรือคือแบบเฮ้ยมันน่าสนดีอะแต่แบบ
Off
Oh
we
my
go
god
then.
มาแค่นี้เหรอ
Let's take a look up there. I
มา
don't
แค่นี้อย่ามา
have
เลย
any
พี่
friends that I can be frank and honest with. So maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have. I'm so grateful that
ไอ้นี่มันหาเรื่องปะเนี่ยมันมองตาขวาง
To
เลย
be perfectly honest, I didn't know if it's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when...
Yeah, I'd be lying. Still, I felt it was something I had to do.
คุณแอนได้พี่วิโรจน์ยัง
I'd be
ผมว่าคุณแอน
overjoyed
ไม่
if
น่า
the
พลาด
people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to
เอ้ย
unleash
พว
a
กเจ้เอาไง
tirade
กัน
of
วะ
vitriol against
ทำไม
me.
มองอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
But yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through
ของจริงไม่พูดเยอะ ผมสุ่มไม่ทันน่ะ
You expected me to just keep
ผมอยาก
running
เล่น
and
มากเลยผม
hiding
สุ่มไม่
from
ทั
my
น
responsibility forever.
Look, there seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson.
Hmm, ต้องรอรีอย่างเดียวอ่ะ ผมอยากลองเล่นทีมแช่แข็งบ้าง
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company. I don't know whether you can tell, but as I stand here by the ship, one after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and they thought they had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And
ที่เห็นที่ผมลองอ่านเห็นเหมือนแบบว่าเมืองไฟมันมีแบบหลายเผ่าพันธุ์ใช่ไหมอาศัยอยู่ร่วมกันก็แปลว่าจะเจอมังกรบ้างไหมก็อาจจะเจอมังกรก็ได้นะตัวละครใหม่มังกรอะไรเงี้ยดากอนิว
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear. Eventually,
เราก็จะได้เล่นมังกร
I realized I had nothing left
หรือว่าเราจะขี่มังกร
I became terrified of completely failing in my task and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom.
แต่ทุกเมืองก็มีมังกรหมดเลยนะเมืองลมก็มีไอ้มังกรตัวลมอ่ะ
I have no further use to people.
อะไรอีกอะเมืองหินเนี่ยเมืองหินก็มีมังกรแต่เป็นมังกรเป็นเทพอ่ะปู่อ่ะ
Reward?
เมืองนี้ก็มีพี่นิว
Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was and exposing a secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Farina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself.
เมืองไฟไหม้เมืองน้ำตา
That's what I really meant when I said
แล้วเมืองลมอ่ะเมืองลมเมืองหินเมืองสายฟ้าเมืองไม้
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. I do. I once had at least the choice is in my hands. Alright, it's about time to head back.
Sure. Okay, let's head.
เพลงในถ้ำนี้ก็บิ้วเกินเหลือเกินเพลงก็บิ้วสุดไดอะล็อกก็เศร้า
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips.
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is?
เทพเขาจะเอาเวลาไปดูหลานไปดูเหลน
My character doesn't need to be slim and good looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
เทพกินเหล้าอยู่
Oh no, looks like they're... We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
You're back. We've been enjoying Spina. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a...
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane.
ตอนแรกเป็นร่างนกกระเรียนแต่หลังจากนั้นก็ใส่ชุดทำการแสดงไม่ได้แล้วเปลี่ยนเป็นหมูแทน
The costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
แรงมาก
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too. Like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing.
นึกถึงไอ้นี่เลยพอพูดถึงหมูอ่ะไอตัวที่มันเป็นร่างน้ำใช่ไหมแต่มันเป็นหมูป่า
You mentioned earlier that the troupe was like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines.
โลละครพี่น้องเขาอารมณ์แบบนี้แหละ
Whenever I had a bad flare-up, it was like that until the director found me one day. She took me under her wing, taught me to both.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer. My parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was one day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore.
Let me get.
Yeah, for the first time in my life.
The day you hoped would never come.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Farina.
Farina?
Farina? The Farina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to...
Same here!
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how... I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then...
เนี่ยผมชอบอันเนี้ยมากเลยผมไปดู
The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid. Plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness?
นักแสดงเบอร์หนึ่งเลยใครก็ใจ
Water as a conscious entity.
แล้วชอบตรงที่แบบเพลงมันเป็นเพลงแบบภาษาฝรั่ง
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, her lover accepts her for who she is and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away. And faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover and the rest.
แล้วทุกคนก็มีความสุขแต่คนรักล่ะ
Didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her? Her lover makes sure...
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me, and perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director O'Reilly's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director O'Reilly had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the late...
The director was the kindest soul in the world. Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think...
Grief? Guilt, more like. Because... Well, speaking of the play being true to life,
What? You...
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. I did tell her how I felt once. But she said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled it, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted. And now, that day will never come.
Hollow.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by O'Reilly. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all. Face to face, we've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. Funny you should ask, though.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone.
Come on, everyone. ไปไหนต่อ ดีนะเปิดเสาตรงนี้ไว้หน่อย เดี๋ยวว่างๆผมต้องไปนั่งเปิดเสา เมืองมันสวยนะมันสบายหูสบายตา
This is tough going.
อ้าวอันนี้ผมหมดแล้วเหรอ
Are you...
หมดแล้วแน่เลย ผมมาจับนกตัวเนี้ย ผมมันเท่ดิ
As if this journey wasn't tough.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. Wait,
we're just keep...
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power.
Precisely.
เอาเลย
And as much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress.
มีตัวใหม่กับเขาบ้างไหมเนี่ย หมายถึงไงหมายถึงผมอะเราเก็บไว้รอตัวอื่นไง แต่เปล่าจริงๆกดไม่ได้
Stabilize.
Stabilize.
Time for takeoff. Go in.
อ้าวมันตีไม่ถึง อ๋อมันไม่จบแค่นี้หรอ
This is order. Solidify.
Let's play. Think you can get away?
เอ้า
Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork. Bravo! Good show. You certainly
เป็น
lived
เน็
up
ต
to
จ
your
ริงๆคือเทพไฟ
reputation.
ใช่แล้ว
Yeah, thank you.
จริงๆเป็นเทพไฟปลอมตัวมา
The path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
เฮ้ยขึ้นไปบนนั้นตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่โบกเค้นนะโบกเค้น
Vilma, are
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole trip.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's decision? I care just as much as if I open this can of worms now.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help any unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vimo. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame, but now I've made up my mind to put it all on the little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but so. Anyway, one day after a show, it seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. The drink in question was.
ดูไพมอนตกใจคน
Isn't
เดียว
that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director, but she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted them. The merchant was furious, berated it. I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole, but things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up. And so I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, yeah.
Hey, don't.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was. What do you mean? You were afraid. This was a life and death. How could you be so stupid?
Stupid.
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him.
Stay calm. How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her.
มาเดี๋ยวปรับให้ก็ได้เป็นญี่ปุ่นใช่ไหม
I don't ever.
That's enough! Can you stop conflating the show on. You keep saying.
I'm sorry.
I'm
On
sorry.
stage, the lead role is the focal point of the.
รู้สึกญี่ปุ่นจะไม่ได้โหลดได้ปะวะ
What she wants, I understand.
Yeah.
So think hard. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your. But you can't. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that if she'd seen Paulo and Vilma at each.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology.
It's all right. Let's say.
So,
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for
ก็
now
แต่วันนี้
and
ชั่วคราวแล้ว
reflect
มา
on
แบบ
what
ว่าสิ่ง
really
ที่เขาเข้า
matters. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie.
what do you mean?
The traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind...
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending.
No.
Well...
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermon.
ภาษาญี่ปุ่นอยากเป็นคุณญี่ปุ่นต้องญี่ปุ่นบ่อยๆโอ้โหโอ้ย15มีเล่นไปก่อนได้ปะไลฟ์หน้าแล้วกัน ไลฟ์หน้าแล้วกันหรือจัดการให้ญี่ปุ่นเรื่องพื้นที่ไม่ใช่ปัญหาเว้ยแต่มันโหลดช้าเพราะว่าผมไปซื้อเขาเรียกว่าอะไรซื้อพื้นที่เพิ่มในคอมมาให้เกนชินโดยเฉพาะเลยเดี๋ยวผมเล่นฟูลิเน่จบแล้วเดี๋ยวจะไปช่วยเพื่อนอัพตัวละครนี่ชีออนอยู่หรือเปล่าเนี่ยชีออนอยู่เดี๋ยวผมจะเอาไปเล่นไม่รู้ว่าผมเข้าได้หรือเปล่าเพราะว่าเขาต่ำอะเลเวลประจนภัยเขา45มันต้องอัพขึ้นถึงจะเขาจะเข้ามาโลกผมได้แล้วผมมันจะเข้าโลกเขาได้หรือเปล่าไม่รู้นะ
Wouldn't gliding be fast?
เน็ตเร็วเว้ยแต่มันเปิดหลายโปรแกรมมาเลยช้า
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place.
So, this is all...
Hey! It's full of script lines!
Let me take a look. Maybe there's... Aha! Looks like she kept a detailed record of her cap. If we'd had the chance...
Lachey took so many...
I guess O'Reilly must have... wait. It cuts off. Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
มีคนถูกพาตัวไปอีกแล้วนี่เป็นคนที่6หรืออาจจะเป็นคนที่7ก็ได้เมื่อวานมีคนคิดจะหนีแต่โดนจับได้แล้วก็ไม่เห็นอีกเลยหรืออาจจะไม่ใช่เมื่อวานสับสนเรื่องวันและเวลามาสักพักแล้วขอโทษทีฉันเองก็ไม่รู้ว่าเขียนลงไปแบบนี้จะมีประโยชน์หรือเปล่าและฉันจะยังเขียนได้อีกนานแค่ไหนฉันพอจะรู้ชะตากรรมของตัวเองในอนาคตอันใกล้นี้แล้วแต่สิ่งที่ทำให้ฉันกลัวยิ่งกว่าก็คือการได้เจอคนอื่นในคณะละครที่ฉันได้ปกป้องพวกเขาไว้จริงๆหรอขอโทษที่มันมีไม่เอกไหมไม่มีใช่ไหมขอโทษทีขอโทษด้วยจริงๆฉันเขียนต่อไปไม่ได้แล้วต้องเป็นอาการแค่ปวดท้องเลิกอีกแล้วแต่ไม่ได้ฉันเจ็บปวดจนนอนไม่หลับทั้งคืนฉันเที่ยวไม่ได้เลยคุณค่าของตนเองคุณค่าของวัตถุทดลองขอแค่เอาไปใช้เงินได้ก่อนจะตายคงไม่เป็นไรแล้วเธอหนาวจังหนาวชะมัดเลยแค่อดทนไว้ทุกอย่างก็จะผ่านไปความพยายามนำมาซึ่งผลตอบแทนฉันชอบพูดแบบนั้นกับพวกเขามากแต่ว่าคนที่ทนไม่ไหวก็คือฉันเองถ้ามีคนเห็นคณะละครปลอดภัยฉันพวกเขาสำคัญที่สุดได้โปรดกล่าวลาขออภัยใช้ชีวิตการแสดงอนาคตน่าสงสารตั้งแต่หน้านี้ก็ไปเมื่อหมดพวกของละครเพลงที่ถูกบันทึกหรือคัดลอกมาแบบไม่มีบันทึกลักษณะของไดอารี่อยู่เลยแต่ผู้เหล่านั้นถูกบางส่วนตัดออกจากหนังสือพิมพ์บางส่วน เขียนด้วยมือร่องรอยการลบอยู่หลายแห่งจำนวนครั้งที่เปิดอ่านก็จะบ่อยมากขึ้นจะหกคณะ
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but
ไม่โมจ้า
at the end of the day, she was
ขอไปเข้าห้องน้ำแป๊บนะ
I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
มาละคลิกอ่านต่อไปก็ยังคงเป็นข้อความของละครเพลงมากมายมหาศาลอะไรเพื่อหมายถึงการสร้างความลับต้องข้ามความเจ็บปวดแล้วความอยู่โดดเดี่ยวแม้เป็นความจริงไม่ได้หรือ
If you become human, you can reveal your secret and
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final.
โอ้เรื่องมันเศร้าให้ไปที่ไหนนำบันทึกกลับไปเราจะผ่านไปนานเมื่อจะคู่กับสู่ความสงบและความคงเดียวกันอีกครั้ง
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way, even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance. To make, I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my...
Then it seems like we've reached...
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
ไพมอนช็อตฟิล
Don't underestimate my experience. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions love, hate, regret, and hope just the most I don't believe anybody could be more committed to.
Thank you for the vote of
Then, let's not delay things any.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a during the curtain call. Please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally... Besides... Oh...
Well, if you're...
No, we're alright. I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary...
Oh, whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's...
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that O'Reilly's...
No, that's...
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
จะเต็มไปเลยเพ่ เมืองมีตัวอะไรมาใหม่บ้าง
I'll take your silence as a yes.
เบิกบาน
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervi.
ถ้าตอนเนี้ยปัจจุบันก็จะเป็น ถ้าตอนนี้ปัจจุบันก็จะเป็นนาเวียนาใจใช่แต่ถ้าก่อนหน้านี้ก็จะเป็นอันนี้แต่อันนี้รู้สึกว่าจะเป็นแจกฟรีแล้วรู้สึกว่าเวล25เวลนะประจนภัย25ก็น่าจะได้ฟรีแล้วมั้งอันเนี้ยฮะแล้วก็นี่พี่นิวพี่วิโรจน์แล้วก็น้องก้องฟูลิเน่กับนาเวีย
I smell rabbit.
I smell rabbit. จะกลับมาเล่นเหรอใช่ไม่มีเลยเจ้าค่ะเศร้าแล้วจริงป่ะเดี๋ยวนะความตลกคืออะไรรู้ป่ะคือก่อนหน้านี้ตัวเนี้ยมาให้สุ่มเป็น4 ดาวแต่สุ่มแล้วอ่ะตัวเองอ่ะสุ่มไม่ได้ก็เลยตัวเนี้ยได้มาฟรีจากกิจกรรมที่แล้ว ส่วนอันเนี้ยสุ่มได้แต่รู้สึกว่าน่าจะมาพร้อมกับอันนี้แต่ก็ไม่ได้ตัวได้แค่4 ดาวมาแล้วหลังจากนั้นอ่ะเซตเนี้ยทั้งหมดอ่ะ ก็ยังไม่ได้เลยสักตัว ถ้าเอาจริงเท่ากับเมืองน้ำนะสุ่มไปอ่ะมีได้4 ดาวแค่ตัวเดียวที่เหลือ4 ดาวตัวเนี้ยก็ได้ฟรีคือเศร้าอยากจะมีแต่ก็ไม่มี เอ๊ะเราเข้าผิดทางเราไม่ได้เข้าข้างในเขาต้องออกข้างนอกข้างบนคุมดำทุกตัวเลยหมายถึงยังไง ใส่ชุดคลุมเหรอไม่เล่นน่ะสตาร์เร็วมันต้องปั้นทุกตัวถึงจะเล่นสนุกอ่ะขี้เกียจปั้นก็เคยหลบมาเล่นแล้วไงแต่ว่ามันไม่ใช่อ่ะมันไม่ใช่ทางอย่างเกนชินอย่างเงี้ยจะปั้นตัวไหนก็ได้เล่นตัวไหนก็ได้ที่เราอยากเล่นแต่สตาร์เร็วอ่ะตัวที่ฉันอยากเล่นพอปั้นแล้วพอไปถึงด่านที่มันไอ้นี่จริงๆมันเล่นไม่ได้อะมันต้องใช้ตัวเฉพาะด่านมันอิสระไม่สุดทางอะ
What do you mean?
Yes. This is the first time that I've seen you like.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing
หมายถึงตัวที่ไม่มีจะไม่สว่างอ๋อประมาณนั้นคุมดำหมดเลย
We sat in our high chairs in the court.
คุณแว่นกลับมาแล้ว
Opinions on isolated. Maybe it's because I finally become an.
I'm truly delighted now that you've regained.
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the little Oceanian turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audience.
Haven't I already made myself clear?I won't act or perform in any role ever again.
มีค่ะ5 ดาวมีค่ะ
Nor do I think this experience. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious.
ผมยังไม่ขึ้นเลยคอนลงฉ่ำลงจะไปเดมอนละนี่5 ดาวฉันก็มีแต่ฉันไม่จะคุยมันมีคัดกรองปะมันไม่มีคัดกรอง5 ดาวอะไรเงี้ยนะเห็นไหมนี่ก็5 ดาวนี่ก็5 ดาวนี่ก็5 ดาวเนี่ยเห็นไหมเนี่ยนี่ก็5 ดาวนี่ก็5 ดาว5 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 ดาวนี่ก็5 ดาวแต่ส่วนใหญ่เป็น5 ดาวหลุดเลทอะไรเงี้ย
I smell rabbit
รอก่อนสิมันยังไม่มาเธอน้ำเกลือไม่ออก5 ดาวเลย เปิดร้านไก่เลย ร้านไก่คือ
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone.
Big thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this a touching story. Now, let's.
This is true. The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time will. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things.
Wow, you two had a construct.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
It's amazing. Even though Farina's.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have.
Hey, Loic, get over here.
ภาพนี้สวยนะตั้งเป็นวอลเปย์ได้เลยอะภาพแต่ละภาพอะ
Cursed Cleo.
She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
แกก็แรง
Could be useful.
มาเดี๋ยวจะเข้าคลายแม็กซ์แล้วทุกคน ใครที่ยังไม่ได้ดูนะดูไปพร้อมกันแต่คิดว่าผมทุกคนว่าน่าจะดูกันหมดแล้วแหละ
A little Oceanid and never ever look back.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time.
Why?
Hey, what's going on? You're Oh no, not again. But what?
They've been getting less and...
What? I thought they...
I figured whatever it took to...
How could you do this to yourself?
I'm sorry.
You...
Miss Farina?
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although...
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you...
Never mind. What's done is done. No one likes regrets. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask, what, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your...
มาแล้ว
Will she get here? She's not coming! You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité est nourrie, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Je suis seule et toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté.
ว้าวคือดูกี่รอบก็แบบ
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
คือมันทัดใจมาก
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumon.
ฉันไม่ได้ร้องเองแก
What's going on?
แกก็
Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that it felt good.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is...
จังหวะมันตรงกันมาก
All right, calm down, don't be mad. This was after all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that...
Yes, I know.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so...
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about... Hannah flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Oh, that... I've got no idea what happened there
นี่ฟังแบบ
either.
ขนลุกเลย
But hey, it worked pretty well.
อ้าวได้วิ
didn't
ชั่น
it?
แล้ว
I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
หรือเปล่า
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes.
พี่ก็ไม่ได้บอก
Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went.
Vision
If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished...
กลับไปเยี่ยม ข้างนอกปะฉันไม่ได้ร้องโว้ย อีเจ้าเบสอีชั่ว
Ah, you're back.
ผมออกจะดี
She's
จะ
doing
ตาย
okay. Her
เดี๋ยวฉัน
condition
เปลี่ยนทรงผม
stabilized
มาได้เป็น
after
ทรง
taking
นี้
some
ก็ได้
of her original medication.
How did the performance go? Was it a success?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what...
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see...
No, don't worry, even though you...
Well, I've had bad luck ever since I was born. So
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't...
Why?
You mean we never stop...
แหมจิ้นปะเนี่ย
So, any plans for after After the brilliant performance you put on, you could capitalize on the...
No.
Yeah. It's what... After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. Maybe our paths will cross again one day.
ไอ้เจ้าเบส
Don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand.
You should do it.
Oh, so what about you, Miss Farina?
Well, frankly, you rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's quite alright. No need to apologize. Maybe. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else. But yeah. But from now on, I want to watch them blossom. I'm sure this is...
Sounds like you're ready to stop running. From the more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover.
If a vision is a gift, then I should do my...
เย้บทเพลงสวดศักดิ์สิทธิ์จบไปหนึ่งโอเคเดี๋ยวเราไปช่วยไม่เปิดใจไม่เริ่มต้นใหม่ไม่มีวันกลับไปด้วยแรงว่ะรับค่ะก็มันได้ตัวที่ไม่ได้มันได้ตัวที่ไม่ได้แล้วก็อะไรล่ะต้องบอกว่ามันปั้นเยอะอ่ะมันปั้นเยอะกว่า Genshin Impact อีกใช่ไหมแล้วฉันไม่ยืนอะไรบนนี้เนี่ยตาตาตาตาตาตาตาตาตา
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
เวล70หรอเคอร์ฉิง70อัพอะไรเนี่ยแล้วฉันไม่มีตัวเคอร์อะเคอร์มันมีบอกปะไม่มีใช่ปะอะไรอ่ะมาขอกันแบบนี้เลยเหรอเกนชินสนุกกว่าอีกตัวสายฟ้าอ๋ออย่างนี้ มันแจกตัวอะไรเดี๋ยวนะอีตัวนี้มันเป็นสายฟ้ามันต้องมีไฟมาหนึ่งป่ะผูกออกก็ได้เอาเบนเน็ตมา
Adventure time. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Here we go.
ลีไม่ทันอ่ะโป๊กโป๊กโป๊กโป๊กเดี๋ยวนะอัพตัวอะไรบ้างนะพ่อหนุ่มฟิสิกส์อ๋อตัวนี้อยากได้นะเห็นมันเห็นเกมเพลย์มันน่าเล่นดิ
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
ข้อฉิงเหรอข้อฉิงใช้อะไรอัพอ่ะเดี๋ยวนะแป๊บนะเสิร์ชขอเสิร์ชก่อน科醒科醒科醒มันใช้สายฟ้าอันนี้แหละตัวนี้แหละอัพแต่ว่าเคอร์ชิงอยู่ไหนวะทุกคนเอาเจอแล้วผมกำลังดูว่าไอเนี่ยมันใช้อะไรไอของอัพมันอะไม่มีของอัพบอกเหรออ๋อมีนี่ไงโอเคใช้หินอันนี้กับอันนี้คืออะไรอะพาไปเก็บหินกันอันนี้ของเซียวชงหยุน
Good thing
จริงๆจังฮอง
Adventure time.
Speed of light.
Let's go find some treasure. Benny's adventure team, assemble!
ตัวแรกช่วงนั้นแรกให้อัพตัวเน้นตัวหลักคือที่มันเลือกชายหญิงอะเหรอแรงมากฮัลโหลอยู่ไหมชิบหายเตินเก็บได้ไหมเดี๋ยวตีให้โอเคได้แถวนี้มีไหมนะไม่มีไว้หมูเก็บให้หมดจ้ะนี่อีกใช่ยิ้มโอ้ปงเฮ้ยมันขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอวะอยากให้กลับมาเล่นขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอเดี๋ยวจะเก็บไปพิจารณาแล้วกันนะถ้าขอร้องสักขนาดนี้แล้วอะ ไปไหนแกวะเขาไปไหนวะมานี่เร็วลงมาทำอะไรอ่ะหลงทางอยู่นี่เดินมาลงมาเป็นไงกระโดดลงมาสิที่ชอบบอกก็หลายตัวอยู่นะโอเคตรงนี้น่าจะหมดแล้วแหละโอเคเดี๋ยวกลับไปตีนั้นต่อจำชื่อมันไม่ได้อ่ะเดี๋ยวแคปส่งไปให้เปลี่ยนมาเป็นดีลุกดีกว่าถึงดีลุกจะไม่ค่อยมีดาเมจเท่าไหร่ก็เถอะโอ้ไม่ได้ปั่นไอเนี่ยอัศวินขาวอ่ะ ไอที่มันใส่ชุดเกราะสีขาวอ่ะ
Off we go. Adventure time.
Boom boom.
Off we go. Everybody stand back. Let's light it.
La 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 la. ว้ายโดน
Teamwork is dreamwork.
ว้ายไฟไม่พอไฟไม่พอว้ายไม่ทันอ่ะ ใช่ตัวน้ำแข็งนี่ทำปฏินี่ดีกว่าจำได้ว่าในทีมเธอจะมีซูโค้ดน่าจะอัพจากตัวเนี้ยใช่ไหมวะซูโค้ดอะก็ซูโค้ดเป็นธาตุลมถ้าธาตุลมแรกๆก็น่าจะอัพจากตัวนี้แหละใช่ไหมโอเคใช่ใช่อยากได้แต่มันไม่ได้เอาจริงที่สุ่มครั้งแรกอะได้ตัวนี้มาอีเจที่มันเป็นตัวธาตุไฟอะเจที่มันเป็นตัวธาตุไฟอะตัวนั้นแหละก็เลยไม่เล่นแล้วไม่หนุกไม่ตัวที่อยากได้ก็ไม่เล่น เห็นไหมแกยังไม่ได้เลย เพื่อนเดินไปไหน มันอยู่นี่มันอยู่นี่ Why?เก็บไม่ทันไม่ทันอะโอเคเตรียมตัวเก็บครบใช่ปะได้มา2 ชิ้น ต่อไปกลับไปที่ตัวเดิมก็ไม่อยากปั้นนะมันไม่ใช่ตัวที่เราได้ได้ตัวหมัดมวยดีกว่า
Every course of action has its risks. Be careful.
ว้ายโดนต่อย
Flames, purge!
ว้ายเผยใช้ไป
We go.
ไม่น่าทานอันนี้ปล่อยไป
I'll protect us.
Let's light it up.
เดี๋ยวรอเพื่อน เพื่อนเดินมาถูกไหมโอเคว่ามาละ ดีรูกไหนวะไปไหนละมาเนี่ยแล้วโอ้อย่าเพิ่งเข้าเบรกโอเคมา
Wind Strider.
Dawn, break forth!
Watch yourself.
Follow the wind. Check.
าดิสไหมวันนี้อาจจะเข้าดึกๆมันอาจจะเล่นให้ฉันเล่น Star Rail ให้ได้เลยใช่ไหม Star Rail จิ๊กเลือกใช้โอเคครับทุกคนวันนี้ก็ประมาณนี้เนาะแล้วก็เดี๋ยวไลฟ์หน้าเราไปเดินเควสของนาเวียกันต่อแล้วก็เควสของกิจกรรมสำหรับวันนี้ก็ขอบคุณทุกคนนะครับที่เข้ามารับชมเนาะแล้วก็ขอบคุณผู้ติดตามใหม่ด้วยนะฮะโอเคแล้วก็เดี๋ยวเจอกันเดี๋ยวนะสัปดาห์หน้าสัปดาห์ที่เท่าไหร่สัปดาห์สิ้นเดือนแล้วปะเดี๋ยวนะผมเช็คตารางแป๊บหนึ่งโอเคสัปดาห์หน้าสิ้นเดือนเดี๋ยวดูอีกทีว่าจะมีไลฟ์เขาดาวไหมหรือว่าจะเป็นคลิปสั้นๆมาให้ทุกคนได้รับชมสำหรับวันนี้ไปแล้วนะครับแล้วเจอกันนะทุกคนบ๊ายบายครับบ๊ายบายนะฮะเจ้าเบสขอบคุณที่อยู่กันยันจบไลฟ์นะฮะแล้วเจอกันครับ